All right. Shalom, shalom. We're the real Hebrew Israelites coming day in and day out to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, which is America. First off and foremost, all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakar Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to the elect, wherever you may be. Brother Shapaya, Brother Benji from GMS Chicago. Another quick lesson through the Spirit, and it's basically a part 2 from an older lesson from last week. And this will be Sirach 7, verses 18 through the end. All right? And it has basically it's a read through, but it's a lot of different topics. So through the Spirit, we'll be branching out a little bit. All right? So Sirach 7, verse 18. Change not a friend for any good by no means, neither a faithful brother for the gold of Ophir. All right? So if you got a good brother, a good friend, you don't sell him out for no reasons. Hey, that's really a code of ethics, you know? All right? Whether you come from the street or whatever. So, hey, how much more in the truth? All right? Because the scriptures speak about brothers creeping in unawares and things of that nature. Those are the niggas that's going to sell brothers out, man. But you yourself, you don't sell a brother out, man.
Con, we even got that example with Abner, man.
Ooh, God.
Abner didn't sell out even the house of Saul. He knew that the Lord said King David would rule, you know? It said he made himself strong for the house of Saul, man.
All
right? And then, like, he was getting honor for himself. He was still counted as the house of Saul. It was just being faithful. All right? He was King Saul's right-hand man. You don't betray the man next to you, man.
Hey, Jonathan. Jonathan father wanted to kill David multiple times. Jonathan never sold him out. Never sold him out. And if anybody, could have got close to David to set him up to do it, it would have been him. But, hey, he didn't sell out a good, faithful brother. All right? Verse 19. Forego not a wise and a good woman, for her grace is above gold. Hey, the woman we concerned about is wisdom.
Yeah, but, if you find one that's actually like that, hey, that's above gold. Because, look, that's impossible, so shit.
I'll say bonjour.
Right. Hey, it's a hard thing to do, man. You find a decent chick that actually fear the Lord, you know?
Yeah.
You hold on to that if you find it, man, but shit.
Hey, yeah, the scriptures say it is, I think the Lord says like 3 things that make his heart happy.
Yeah.
A man and a wife.
That was the second one. Yeah, it says neighbors. Hold on, Slakia. Fuck. The unity of brethren. It's Sirach 25:1.
Okay.
Oh, something like that. But yes, the unity of brethren. All right, a man and a woman that agree together. Damn, that was the third one.
See, I should have just flipped it.
Yeah. Sirach 25:1. And 3 things that was beautified and stood up beautiful, both before the Most High and men. Right, the unity of brethren, the love of neighbors, a man and a wife that agree together. That's what it is. The unity of brethren and the love of neighbors, and a man and wife that agree together. You know, if you can find that, then bonjour.
You know, this is Ecclesiastes.
Oh, where'd I go to?
17. All right, this is Ecclesiastes 17:20. All right. Whereas thy servant worketh truly, treat him not evil, nor the hireling that bestow himself wholly for thee. So, hey, just like, we like to compare, a servant that worketh truly, hey, to a brother in the camp, man. We ain't gonna render, that brother evil. Because even though this talking about your actual servant, how much more in the truth, man? You ain't gonna do all that extra being overbearing, being a goddamn, lording over certain brothers, and they actually out here doing the work, doing what they're supposed to do.
They on point, let it be, man. You gotta be extra to them.
It says, verse 21.
Jude goes into that, man. It talks about, let me see. This is Jude, verse 20. But ye beloved, building up yourselves on your most holy faith, praying in the Holy Spirit, keeping yourselves in the love of the Most High, looking for the mercy of our Lord Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, unto eternal life. And of some have compassion, making a difference. And others, here we go, and others save with fear, pulling them out of the fire, hating even the garment spotted by the flesh. So some men you gotta, get on more than others, man. But for brothers, already doing, showing that. If brothers on point, man, you ain't gotta be extra with them, man.
Come.
All right, the men of the Lord, hey, the Israelites are servants to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, they're not our servants, man.
Come.
He delivered us out of Egypt.
Come. This is verse 21, Sirach 7:21. It says, "Let thy soul love a good servant, and there you go, and defraud him not of liberty." Okay. Hast thou cattle? Have an eye to them, and if they be for their profit, keep them with thee. All right. So that's going to your actual, back in the ancient days, we had cows, sheep, or whatnot. You have to actually keep an eye on them, make sure they're good stock, because they're a profit to you. So spiritually, think about the flock of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, we're all profitable in this truth, man.
In order to stay to thy flock.
Exactly. So you gotta keep an eye on brothers. Make sure brothers doing what they doing. Make sure they checking in, so on and so forth, man. Like the brother said, man, know the state of thy flock, man. Your ass ain't got your eye on the flock, and he out here doing this, ain't nobody's correcting him, and he's just adding sin upon sin. All right. This is verse 23. Hast thou children? Instruct them, and bow down their necks from their young. That's twofold. You have children, you literally do that. We entreat our elders as our fathers. All right. So when they instruct us in the right way, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and we have to learn that, I'll say at a young age.
When you come into this truth, man,
right.
you're a newborn. It's simple as that. All right, you become a new creature, you're a newborn. You learn everything over in all coming stages. So look, we're gonna get instructed, and we're gonna get our head bowed down, which is what us getting humbled.
Yep.
All right, us getting humbled and beat with that rod of correction, man, which is the word, man. That's gonna happen. When you come into this truth, you're gonna be reproved, man. All right, whether it's the apostle, your elder brother over you, the brother that's been in it just a year or two longer than you, he just knows the ways. You're gonna be corrected, man. You're gonna be instructed. You're gonna be bowed down.
All right. It says, "Hast thou daughters? Have a care of their body, and show not thyself cheerful towards them." All right, because you have these young women out here. Fathers don't care what the fuck they dress. They go to prom. This all types.
They want to be
shit.
friends with this jam generation. Want to be friends with their children. They ain't supposed to be like that. Really, you're a child. You give them the structure, correct them, and that's that, man. You're supposed to be having fun with them, calling them and shit like that, man.
Exactly. That's why it says don't show that cheerful. It says show not thyself cheerful towards them, because they gotta know you, father, I'm the child. All right, that line has to be drawn. All right, it ain't no, you can't be familiar with your children like that, man.
Even when I used to ask my granddad, like, if he was going somewhere, if I was just curious, he wouldn't tell. Most of he wouldn't tell me, like, what you asking for?
Right.
Like, what you asking for? Like, who are you? Even though I was just curious, but and not understand why though. Because look, it's the separation.
All right, this is Sirach 7:25. Marry thy daughter, and so shalt thou have performed a weighty matter.
And that's the way of the East, man. This is the ancient path right here. We had arranged marriages, man. All right, we didn't let these women out here. Hey, they choose different men every fucking 2 weeks, man. And you marry your daughter off, man. We don't do that boyfriend girlfriend shit, man. All right, when a woman get with a man, that shit is supposed to be forever. They become one flesh. So you choose. That's the weighty matter. You pick, cause you're a wise man. Hey, Job would say a woman ain't got the understanding. You're a wise man. Or you pick a wise man to give her to, man.
Yep. Hey, that's the next line. But give her to a man of understanding.
That's right.
All right.
That's how it's supposed to be. You know, we're in America now.
Right. And then it proves it's the way of the East, because I'm about to marry off my daughter. I'm not about to give it to no fucking young punk that has no experience, man. Don't know how to fend for himself, so on and so forth. So how can you take care of my daughter? You know, she's a possession to me. She's a housemate. Not a housemate. Yeah, a housemate. She helps. She clean up. She's a possession, man. She's money to me, basically. So I'm gonna give it to a wise, righteous man that actually knows what the fuck he's doing, and not one of these fucking knuckleheads out here, man. All right. So like the brother said, hey, that's the way of the East, man. It says, hast thou a wife after thy mind? Forsake her not.
Right, a woman that followed your instructions, that got a mind like yours, man.
Yep. But give not thyself over to a light woman.
Right, it's a balance to everything, even when dealing with women, man. That's levels to it. The average woman out here is a light woman, man. All right, going from dick to dick, rod to rod, like Malcolm say, that cock carousel. They got no fucking sense, man. You want a woman at least with some fucking sense, at least some fucking morals, man. All right, and it'd be best if you could find one that has a mind like yours.
Yeah.
All right, and it says beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth the Lord shall be praised, man. You calling yourself a man of the Lord, you fear the Lord, then you want
a woman.
Naturally, you would want a woman like that in the ideal world. All right.
All right. Verse 27. Honor thy father with thy whole heart, and forget not the sorrows of thy mother. And that's heavy. All right, because with our actual physical parents, that's what we do. But spiritually, our spiritual fathers, it says what? It says honor thy father with thy whole heart. So it says, hey, I forget how it goes. Damn, your parents in the Lord. Damn. And then forget not the sorrows of your mother, which Paul basically broke it down as he nurtured us like a mother would under her wings.
This is the same section I was thinking. That's a spirit, bro. I was thinking about verse 2. You wanted verse 1. It's Ephesians 6:1. Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Honor thy father and mother, which is the first commandment with promise, that it may be well with thee, and thou mayest live long on the earth. All right? And this says the first commandment with promise. When you read through the commandments in Exodus 20, man, the first thing it tells you, the first commandment that comes with a promise is this right here. It says, honor your father and mother so you can live long. Everything else is just don't do this, don't do that. This one says, hey, if you do this and you obey this, you're going to have long life. What shows the Lord is about order, man. All right, the Lord is about order, honor, respect, man. And we got spiritual parents above us, man, that showed us this way, that labored so they can show us the right way.
And that's the sorrow of your mother. You think about that, going through all the... back again. Go ahead.
This is Matthew 12 and 48. But he answered and said unto him that told him, who is my mother and who are my brethren? And he stretched forth his hand toward his disciples and said, behold my mother and my brethren. For whosoever shall do the will of my Father which is in heaven, the same as my brother and sister and mother. All right, so look, the men of the Lord, that nurture us, because that word mother really means nurturer, those are spiritual parents, man, in the Lord. Our spiritual fathers, because they correct us, they guide us, man. All right, they show us the way. That our mothers, they nurture us with this word, man.
This
all right, this wisdom, this milk. Yeah, they give us this milk, man.
All right.
Oh, Salakia.
Salakia.
God just let improve this sword.
Yeah, not at all.
Get you back to the Sirach 7.
Which app is that? That's the Cadre?
KJVA, I believe. No, I ain't got Cadre. That's iPhone, not. What you talking about?
All right. It says, honor thy father with thy whole heart, and forget not the sorrows of thy mother. Verse 28. Remember that thou wast begotten of them, and how canst thou recompense them the things that they have done for thee? Really, take that into context about our spiritual parents, man.
And how can you pay the apostles back? All right, how can you? And look, we can't. All right, and let's put them as our spiritual fathers, man, because they above the men that's in our camps over us. How can you pay back the men in your camps that's over you and taught you and showed you the way, man, that dealt with you one-on-one? All right, that dealt with you and built you up, man, directly. You can't pay them back, man. These brothers gave us the way of life. All right, it's through the power you have by Shem Shah, but the Lord used them. They make themselves a living sacrifice for us. How can we pay them back?
You can't.
So look, that's why, and that pissed the Lord off, man. You disrespect your spiritual parents, man, and even your real parents too. Shit, that's the whole point of. That's the first commandment with promise, man. You obey. That's how you live long, man. That's why them niggas nicking them fell up, man. They disobedient to their fucking parents, dishonorable to their parents, man. And spiritual parents. Man, that's heavy, man. So make sure we got to honor, our apostles and our elders, man. The brothers that came before us, that dealt with us one-on-one, that show us the way, man.
Labored, tirelessly.
Yeah, you can't pay that back, man. All right, the amount of studying them they put in, they didn't do it. Man, let me get this.
Go ahead.
Man, desirous. How you spell that?
I should have corrected you.
That's what I'm saying. This should take a long time.
Hey, you can't pay them back, man.
Took a minute. Man, it said I did not. Fuck, I thought it said it's a precept that says I did not do this for myself only. But I thought it said desirous, or maybe it said fuck. So like, you bear with me, Lord, when I can find it. Sirach 24 and 34, I think it's a precept to this though. Sirach 24:34, behold, I have not labored for myself only, but for all them that seek wisdom. That's a tireless thing, man. It's a tedious thing, I should say. Hey, in fact, tiresome too. Hey, it says it. Much study is a weariness of the flesh, man. Brothers cut themselves off to lead the other brother, man. That's a great sacrifice. You can't pay the man and Lord back for that. Your spiritual parents back for that, man.
Not at all.
You may not see it because we get spoon fed, man. But them men put in work, man. All right, to get the Hebrew down packed, to get the history right, hey, to know the Greek, to have them breakdowns, man. Hey, that's labor, man. I watched L.D. Wright go through that Strongs to get that Hebrew down, man. He had to change it. Then we finally found the info dot. No. The lexicon of GMS.
Damn. Now check this out. This is spiritual that, we speaking about this. The next verse 29. Fear Yahweh with all thy soul and reverence his priests. All right?
That's that respect, man.
And
that word reverence is respect, but also goes to fear, man. All right? And it's really the fear is towards Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, knowing he set these men up.
Yeah.
All right? Doing nothing with an eye service but a singleness of heart as unto Yahweh Shai. All right?
It says, love him that made thee with all thy strength, and forsake not his ministers.
That's plain.
That's
man.
plain.
Hey, when you think about the ancient world with the priests, the Lord mentioned all the time, don't forget the Levites in thy gates. Make sure they get their 10%. Make sure they do this. Don't forget about them, man. That's why this body's beautiful, man. Because, we look out for each other, man. Some brothers be up more than others, and some brothers be down more than others. But one thing for certain, we look out for each other. So we neutral and ride that balance together, man.
Have all things common, man.
Yeah, man. And we you can't forget the ministers.
All
right?
Fear Yahweh and honor the priest. He said it like 3 times, man. You got to show reverence, man, to your teachers, man, to our elders, man, our apostles, all right, the man that's over us in the spirit, all right? Honor the priest and give him his portion. All right, whether you want to call it tithes, alms, it doesn't matter, man. This is all for the body anyway, man. And these are things that must be done, man. Okay?
Hey, Paul talked about it, man. He said, have I not sown to you spiritual things, shall not reap your carnal things. All right? Now, look, we in hell, so sometimes you got more and sometimes you got less. Point is, man, just don't forget about the priest, man.
Muzzle not the ox.
Yeah, man, don't forget about the priest, man. You can't pay your parents back.
Nope. It says, give him his portion as it is commanded thee. The first fruits, the trespass offerings, which, is going to the actual priest, but hey, we are priests, man. All right? And the gift of the shoulder, and the sacrifice of sanctification, and the first fruits of holy things. Verse 32. And stretch out thy hand unto the poor, that thy blessing may be perfected. All right, and hey, the number one thing we're doing right now is giving this word out, man. This truth, defending the fatherless, the widow, the poor, clothing the naked. All right, this is the number one way you could reach out your hand and help the poor.
This is 2 Corinthians 6:10. As sorrowful, yet always rejoicing; as poor, yet making many rich; as having nothing, yet possessing all things. How we poor, but making people rich because of this word, man. What's more rich than wisdom? It's more valuable than rubies, man. All right.
Con. All right.
It says rich in faith.
Con. Yep. It says
the depths of the riches of wisdom.
Con.
You know, just don't. You can search them out and find them, man. You know, use the Strongs.
Con. A gift have grace in her sight. It's like it. A gift have grace in the sight of every man living, and for the dead detain it not. Fail not to be with them that reap, and mourn with them that mourn. Which, hey, we cry together, we laugh together, man. Hey, one part of the body suffer, we all suffer, man.
Spirit, that's what I was going to do, but you quoted it. That's perfect.
It says, be not slow to visit the sick. Hey, and what did Yahweh Shai said? When I was sick, you came to visit me. When I was naked, you clothed me, so on and so forth, man. So this is how we're doing these things with this truth, okay? It says, be not slow to visit the sick, for that will make thee to be beloved. Whatsoever thou takest in hand, remember the end, and thou shalt never do amiss.
Kind. This is wisdom. Oh shit! Hold on. Oh man. Wisdom of Solomon 16:12. For it was neither herb nor mollifying plaster that restored them to health, but thy word, O Lord, which healeth all things. So when we read about, you know, going to visit the sick, what we do, man, we comfort one another. It says, can be content. I'm going to get it. This is Sirach. (37:12). But be continually with the godly man, whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord, whose mind is according to thy mind, and will sorrow with thee if thou shalt miscarry. All right, so look, you know, Ecclesiastes 4:9, a brother fall, a brother stumble. It's good to have a brother that's going to lift you up, that's going to heal you with this word, man. All right, if your faith is being attacked, a brother that's going to give you those words is going to boost your faith. All right, plague is trying to come. Hey, brother, give you the scriptures to heal you up. Visit the sick. That's spiritual, man. It said you shall be beloved. Hey, look, a brother that's there and boost you with the word, man, you love them, man. They become a part of your heart, man, because they kept you going and with the words of life, man. And what Peter say to Yahweh Shai? Where shall I go? You got the words of eternal life. When a brother give you those words of eternal life, that's how you feel about them too, because they're one with Yahweh Shai. What did he just say? Yahweh Shai said, "What? When you did this to one of the least of my servants, you did it unto me."
All right. That's crazy. That's how the whole lesson started off, about a good friend, a faithful brother. Because that's what a good friend and a faithful brother is going to do, man. All right? You got anything else?
No, that was it.
All right, so with that...
In fact, I do got one more. Damn. This is Proverbs. Let me get in the other app because I can get this Hebrew. This is Proverbs 18:24. It's like a man that had friends must show himself friendly. And there is a friend that sticketh closer than a brother. When you go into that Hebrew word for friendly, hey, it's right, all right. And you gotta, Esau made a mistake for it. 7462. You gotta go to Strong's number 7462 to get the right definition for it. Got this shit set up, man. Shalakia. Because you go to 7462, I just tell you, it means graze. It's the same word, but they made a mistake. But it means to graze, to feed, to lead to pasture, man. That's being friendly, man. Showing them how to feed, man. Showing knowing the state of thy flock. All right? So if you got to call yourself a friend, you got to be friendly, man. All right, brother, battling, dealing with something, hey, you got to be the one to give them the comforting words to heal them up, man. Give them the scriptures, man.
Lead them the right way.
Yeah, lead them the right way. Prefer thy brother, man. That word prefer means to lead, man, to show. Give them the scriptures to help to build them up, man. Don't leave your brother hanging.
Exactly, man. All right. Hey, so with that, hey, we pray that the elect was edified. All praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakar Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. All right, and salutations to the elect, wherever you may be. Abad Babal.